New at 5, with the kids sitting in a classroom for the first time in a long time, the teachers will be the first line of defense if they notice anything wrong with their students.
I know CCSD has been taking serious steps to address mental trauma in children, making sure teachers can jump in at the very first sign of any trouble. 13 Action News reporter Jeremy Chen is live to show you the care and resources that'll be available. Jeremy?
Well, good morning, Dave and Kalina. Many students right now have gone through a sort of disruption that not really many of us have gone through as kids. Now, this has caused stress at home, especially while students are trying to learn virtually. However, once they return to the classroom, teachers can play a big role in helping their students cope.
Do you mind staying after class for just a minute?
A teacher comforting a student after a loss in her family. It's a situation that's played out all over the country during this pandemic. This is all part of a training video identifying trauma in students. It's what all CCSD teachers have watched.
They are the ones who get to see the kids the most. So they have the most opportunity to build relationships with students.
Jessica Sheeran is a school psychologist with the district. She says the pandemic has highlighted the various trauma students have been going through, like turmoil at home. This could result in a change of behavior during class.
So if a kid was really bubbly and excited before and suddenly they're quiet and reserved, that should be kind of a red flag that something has changed.
Sheeran says connecting with students about their pandemic anxieties is an important way to help them open up.
Your hands are really shaking. Sometimes when I'm really nervous, I like to wrap my arms around my body really tightly.
They're living through it. They see it. And even if they may not be able to have an adult conversation about the pandemic or family members they may have lost, they've experienced it and they need to process the information.
Vicki Curdell, a second-grade teacher at Hurd Elementary School, has seen firsthand how the fear of the virus has affected her kids.
You watch it right in front of you happening, and then you see the fear in their eyes, because these kids are old enough to know what it means when you start to get sick, especially if someone in your family already had it.
She says there are ways to help students like hers decompress from whatever is going on at home.
You can teach mindfulness. You can teach the kids how to focus and take a breath and give them some strategies to be able to deal with things at school.
Cordell says teachers can play a role, but believes there should be more investment from CCSD on having more mental health resources.
We have got to prioritize spending on staff to make sure we have more resources like our wonderful counselor in our school to help us help our kids. Because
Sheeran says the pandemic has shown schools provided needed resources in the community, with mental health near the top of the list.
We can have a broader conversation about how schools are really important as really critical components of a community.
Now, parents can also reach out to teachers and counselors if they feel their kid needs help. They can also call 211 for available resources. Jeremy Chen, 13 Action News.